Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long, not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Suit yourself. Hope this helped you some. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Hey there. Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something,
What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots. None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question. Like I said, mind your own damn business. Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way. New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important. Yeah.
hey. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region, but if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. Be careful out there.
Howdy.
Way too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
Hey there. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck. I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it, since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Until next time.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got the place to myself for a little bit, so let me turn it down some. We'll play a little bit of PlayStation 1's Road Rash Jailbreak. I hope I can set back with this. I was looking for my extension cable for this headphone set. Yes, it's pretty tight knit. It looks silly. I can't move much. I'll pull my laptop over. I hope I don't hit into the dang thing. Let's see if I can fix this where it ain't choking me to death. Let's do 1, 2, yeah. It's one in the red, y'all. Let me test and see what it sounds like on the internet before we get off here. What about Guns N' Roses playing that song yesterday? I don't remember what it sounded. Well, besides his version, I need to go listen to the Silkwood. I don't remember it on that CD. It's been a while since I've listened to that CD. It don't really matter. I guess you'll find that for yourself. No, it don't really matter. Let's see. Let's grab one of them. I want to do a test before I'm gonna jerk that thing. I wish I could have found some extension cables. Yesterday I was packing up my stuff or those cords, and I just stuffed them in any bag, and I got 4 bags. And the big one was over there by the wall over there. Let's see. There's one. Let's see if it's working. I just want to hear what it sounds like. Got another follow, it looks like. I'll have to go follow them back. On D-Live. Big one was over there by the wall over there. That sounds okay. Okay. See if I can follow him back here. I don't know why that won't let me do that. I have to be on the freaking computer. Okay, well, I'll get it when I'm on the computer. I always try to follow everybody back that follows me. I think it's the polite thing to do. I'm going to end up dragging this. This sucks. Wonder if I can... Let's see if I can move the laptop over here beside me without jerking my cords loose. Move the controllers here. I'm just going to set it here on the couch beside me. I had it on the table. Hope I didn't knock that loose. But that's my little system there that was dragging. Let me try to move it over here without pulling the cords. Okay, I hope I didn't mess it up. I'll find out here in a minute. If I messed it up, I'll probably have to go offline and restart. I just don't want that headset being... It was up in the air. Oh, my controllers went to standby. Yeah, I'm still working. Okay, so let's push this up some. This lid. I don't want to get knocked off the couch. Lord have mercy. Okay. Now here we go. I'll keep the feed active, the audio feed active as long as possible. And I bet I'm going to have to fix this. We'll see. Yesterday it knocked the audio off and I had to restart the PlayStation. I hope it's working on that end. I can't tell. Let me see if I can see it moving. The audio's here. It's just... Oh yeah, I see it. So you are hearing it too. Let me turn my TV down. So. Now this right here was my favorite Road Rash. Yeah, Gonna be a jailbreak. Tonight is gonna be a jailbreak. That's my favorite though. Somewhere in this town. Tonight is gonna be trouble. But don't you be around. I need to go to the arts game. I need to cut my music off. You know, this game will have copyrighted music in it.
Hey!
Let's put it in mono.
Hey!
Oh, we got anywhere to save on this. Oops, sorry. Multiplayer. I don't have anybody to play multiplayer with, so. Okay. Yeah, I'm a lone gamer. A lone gamer. Now, who should I be tonight? The criminal or the cop? The criminal or the cop? 5-0. We're gonna be the criminal. Let's get started.
4 valves per cylinder, double overhead.
I'm gonna miss the music, y'all. That music was what made me love it so much. The freaking music. Oh, I love that music. Oh, 1 year, I think it was 2017, we was coming on from here. We haven't been here since we quit coming in 2015. Then we switched out for 16. Came back 17. Switched out to 18 and 19. Didn't get one for 20. And we come back this year in 21. Let's see, how many years have we missed down here? And then we had 2 hurricane losses too, so I gotta add those in there. Since 1984. So we had 2 hurricane losses. Another loss. That's 3. And then we had 16. That's 4. 18, 19, 20. That's, I lost count. 5, 6, 7. We only missed 7 years out of 84 and below. 7 years. That's how long I've been spent my life. I feel like it's home. And I need to take a picture of it. Because when I look over there, I can still see my daddy sitting there. But when he was in the room, now, a lot of times he ran the beach and stuff. I wish I had that kind of health, and unfortunately, we got a rain. It looks like the sun's coming up, but it was still raining a few minutes ago. If it quits, and after the peak time, when I don't get fried, I don't want to be pink. I'll try to get out there and see the beach. Hopefully, if the storming is over. I spent my whole life here, y'all. I feel like it's home. It's second home to me. Okay, now let's see what trail we want. You don't get to choose the trail? Oh yeah, you do. I don't remember which bike I drove the best. Boy, I love this game. We'll go to arcade. We'll try it. Now this was my favorite, but I love that music, but I can't play the music, unfortunately. That's going to suck so bad. But like I said, when we was coming back here from 17, I found the tracks that were available. Now, not all the tracks were on what I have, which is Napster, but I found many of them. Boy, it felt funny. Actually, listening to that music, I got a wrong motorcycle. Oh, I'd fix it. You can't control. Hold on. How am I going to get to the controller? Oh, I know how. Hold on. I had to do this yesterday for Gran Turismo. Yeah, here we go. Now this is what I love. It don't work.
Road trip.
Oh, there we go. Road trip. It don't work as good on this controller, dang it. How'd I get him to drive? He ain't gonna drive. Now, I've played this on the PS3 before. Why can I not play it now? I may have to adjust the actual settings on to go back and restart. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can hit the finger button. There we go. Can't use the stick. Now we can drive.
You don't look like no baby seal.
There we go. You don't look like no baby seal, but she's supposed to be a girl. Did you notice she's supposed to be a girl and she looks manly? And they didn't even take time to adjust the... She's not in binary, I guess. They didn't take time to adjust the... But I love this game anyway. It looks better than 3D though, have you noticed that? 3D was real pixelated, like... I'm driving slow, y'all. I'm gonna be last for sure, but I'm trying to get the hang of it after all these years, and I think I picked the wrong freaking motorcycle. I used to run over those people and stuff. Yeah, this one right here, that was my favorite. I don't remember what year I got it. Was it 2001? I don't remember. I had Road Rash 3D for the summer 2000. But I think I got this one later. I'm thinking it was 2001. I'm not sure. I don't even know when it was made. I need to look at it. That would probably give me a hint when it was made. But either way, I didn't get it till I got it later. This is my favorite. I didn't get the first one. Woohoo! Pull over. You pull over, bitch. If you got a girl in the game, I'm always going to pick the girl. It's not because I want to be a girl. I just like playing the woman character. She don't look too feminine, though. She don't sound feminine either. I wonder where her motorcycle is. She's where I'm gonna get caught by that police officer. Here we go. I'm trying to learn it again. This right here was my favorite. Yeah, I ain't no chauvinist. And I'm all for women working and stuff and doing what they want to do. God made men and women different. That's the only thing different. But other than that, in other words, they have different roles that they're better at. Both the men and women. But we're equal in the eyes of God. Now, if a woman needs to work, if she can stay home with her husband and her kids, take care of her husband and her kids, that's good. But if they can't afford that, or she even wants to, she should have that right. That's just my opinion. Don't use the religious stuff. Jesus doesn't like religion anyway. He always went against the grain when it came to the religion. He just didn't go against his word. He couldn't break his word. If he had broke his word, he wouldn't have been worth it. In other words, he wouldn't have been worth a salt. If the animals could talk, they'd be saying my name. However it goes. Do 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 do. I think that. Who was that? I'll have to go look in there. There's a bunch of songs in there I used to like too. Them surf songs. Those are some of the songs I couldn't find. go to the options back again. I'm gonna pull up the options. I'm gonna go to the jukebox and see who all they were. Couldn't find that one. I'm not sure if I could find that one or not. I found that one. That was one of them I found. That's been a couple of years ago, so. Bye Bye Biff, I like the sound of that one. Now I really love the music in Road Rash 3D even better than this one. That must be the only one I found from this game. Was the Animals Could Talk. I don't even know if I got room on this card. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I'm doing the same race again. Dang it, I didn't even get to change. My throat is getting dry. Gotta get up over here and get me a drink. That's a Coke. When I hear drink, I think of beer or something. Death, jail, rock and roll. Death, jail, rock and roll. Axl Rose still got it, y'all. You know, he sung in part of that. Michael Monroe is his name. Boy, I love that song. I learned about, you know, Hanoi Rocks. I knew who they, but I know him for Death, jail, rock and roll. Yeah, rock and roll! Yeah, rock and roll! Boy, I love that song. Now I gotta find out how to get out of here. How to back up. How do you back up? Hey, Schmuck, how do you back up? Oh, here we go. I just have to turn around. Yeah, rock and roll! Yeah. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I used to do that a lot in these games. I get into them and I go the wrong way. Before, I think later on today, if I feel I'm tired, so before when I put this down, I'll probably take me a little bit of a nap or something. Don't get to go out. I might go out and sit outside. Even if it's raining, I can sit outside under something. Just look at the palm trees and maybe listen to some music. I like doing that. Boy, I love palm trees. I wished I could move here. I'd move here. Rock and roll!
Pull over!
Rock and roll! Rock and roll! I did it! I made Christine a time traveler. You know, I put her in Fallout in Vegas on this system. I need to go ahead and just delete that character on my Xbox and put her in the Xbox. And I've got her in the other thing. GTA. Well, that's what I was saying. I was going to try to get out San Andreas today. It was the first GTA besides that little... I already get that out and play it. Before I get off the PS3. When I get through this, I'm going to get it out and play it. And I got that one at a store called a Movie Gallery or Blockbuster. I don't remember if I got it at I bought some at Blockbuster too. That's closing out some of their games. So it either came from the Movie Gallery or the Blockbuster. I believe it's GTA 2. I have made Christine a time traveler now. She's a time traveler. She went to the West. She's in Fallout the Future. Back to the Future. And she's on GTA. Yeah, Joe, rock and roll. Yeah, Joe, rock and roll. He's the guy that actually made me want to be a singer, man. I loved Elvis when I was a kid. My mother told me this story. Elvis had this concert, a comeback or something. He was on TV, and she said, I sat up in that cradle and I watched him. This is Elvis week, by the way. We're getting close to it anyway. Well, then years later, I got obsessed with Kiss. I had this Elvis t-shirt when I was a little boy. I wore that thing till the picture came off. And I cried when the picture came off, y'all. So I loved rock and roll t-shirts as a kid, too. That's what I wear. Today, I don't have the rock and roll on. I got a 1776 one on. I still got to clean up good. I only partially cleaned up last night, so I fell asleep. I didn't want to make a lot of... I have to get a chair out to take a shower. I can't stand on my legs that long enough to... So I use a chair to stand up and get it every once in a while. That's set down. But anyway, I didn't want to make a lot of noise, so I just cleaned up some, freshened up, put on a new shirt, some new underwear, and all that goody stuff. I'm going to get fully clean here in a little bit, because I can't stand if I ain't had a bath. I ain't, you know, some people are nasty, they won't take baths. That ain't me. I like my bath. Her name is Kat. But I loved rock and roll as a kid, but it was W. Axl Rose and maybe Sebastian Bach that made me want to be the singer. But I'll tell you, I liked three things back then. I loved GNR Lies, but Appetite for Destruction, I loved it start from finish. When I saw Live at the Ritz, LA's greatest band, Guns and Roses. And then he comes out. They said that about didn't happen because he didn't have a bandana. And they had to go out and find him a bandana. But that's what made me want to be a singer. So it'd always be Axl Rose that inspired me. But last night, when I saw that clip of them actually doing a song together, or a song that I hadn't heard them do, it felt like a kid, like when I was sitting all day. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I didn't have nothing doing when I had a hurt leg. I had a bum leg. Took me months to get over that bummed leg. Indeed, I had to rehabilitate it and everything, and I didn't get rehabilitated till the next year in 1991. I was sitting there April 90, Farm Aid, TNN, the Nashville network. And I sat there all day and I thought, oh man, they ain't never gonna come out. And all of a sudden, I'm about ready to go to sleep. And there they announce. And so I get up. And when I seen that little clip this morning from somebody's phone, I had that same feeling when I seen Civil War. And so that was even more excited. That's a big old fast song. I want to go find the Silkworms. I don't remember what it sounds like. It's like I said, I used to play that album all the time, but I haven't played it in a while. When I would play it, I'd just play songs from it. Like I'd play the one, what's that called? I would play Better and the first one, Chinese Democracy, and several others off there. I'm sorry for you, not sorry for me. I think Baz was on that, wasn't he? I thought he was. I don't know if they took his cut or not. He was supposed to be on it. I'm sorry for you, not sorry for me. My throat's dry. I'm doing the best. When I play the radio, I stuck with those songs. Let's go ahead and get that other game out before I get out of here. If I can find it. So I'm going to get off the microphone for just a second. And we'll be right back with a new game. Wow. It was Axl Rose that made me want to be a singer. Then Kurt Cobain, of course. He inspired me too. But it was Axl seeing him on the stage that made me want to be the rock and roller. Now, if they were to get back, I will have to mute to my microphone. My sister is very picky about that. But I will talk until they come back. And GTA come from Blockbuster. It says it don't have the store number on it. It says property of Blockbuster Video. I got it when it's closing out. I think this is GTA 2. I'm pretty sure it's GTA 2. And I'm going to clean that because it's been a long time since I played this. I want to make sure it works. So I'll talk until I can. Until I can't, then I will mute the microphone. Microphone, check. Microphone, check 1. Check. Microphone, check 2. So, GTA. Is it 2? I can't tell, the sticker is blocked off. Let me mute just again. I don't want you in the couch. Whoa, when I set up, change the disc. It might sound horrible with my big fat ass. Whoa. It hung up, so I had to cut it off and cut it back on. It does that sometimes. I don't know what causes it to do that. Especially when I play PS1 games or switched from PS1 to PS3 games, it sometimes does that. I hope it ain't quit working altogether. I ain't seeing the disc. It wouldn't really be worries, but I would be worried because I've got all my saves on here. I've got one of those fat ones somewhere that somebody told me that it played the PS2, and it was supposed to be a model that played the PS2, but it didn't play the PS2. Yeah, I'm not seeing the disc. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. No, I'm not. I'm in the right spot. Oh, my disc didn't quit working. It's a 20-year-old disc. Maybe it needs cleaning. I don't remember if I cleaned it. Well, the disc is stuck in there. I don't know why. I cannot get it out. I guess it's died. I'll have to take it apart and get my disc out of there, though. I'll have to watch some videos on that. I don't know how to deal with that. It's obviously died on me because that disc isn't coming out. Well, what causes that? Well, I'm gonna unplug it for a few hours and see if it fixes it. Or maybe it's hide or something, I don't know. See if anything else is working on it. I'm gonna mute the audio because I've got some, I wished I had something that wasn't copyrighted. See if anything's working. Let me look through here and see if I got anything of mine on it. They'll distract me from my own freaking music. You know, I think if they do it one more time, I'm gonna freaking sue them. Because I own those copyrights. I got one song on here. I'll see if it plays. Yeah, it's playing music. But the disc is still working. Or it's stuck, either one. I don't think I have anything not copyrighted this video. That sucks. I'm more hurt about my disc being stuck in it than the player. I'll get my disc out if it's quit working. Well, let me turn it off and let it cool down for a while. I'm going to end this gaming session for now. I'll be back later with the Xbox. Granted, I don't get to do it. If I get to do something, I might not be around. When I see you around, well, I see you around. We'll see you around. Well, what I was going to tell y'all, there's another song I really loved back then in 1989. Sometimes she cries, once alone at night. Sometimes. Okay. I'll see y'all later.